All right, welcome to another day of Be Agile Scrum. We are in sixth week of the entire track. However, in the second week of business analysis. Having said so, let me start sharing my screen and let me know once you get to see my screen. What I'm going to share is the ground rules that is quite necessary before getting into this game. And you remember this game is on until you get placed and stay in the job for minimum 6 months. Then you may say that, yeah, you are the winner of this game. So yeah, so what will help us to get in and win this game is something what we call it daily as code of honor and repeat it as reminder. So number one says that show up live and be on time, remain punctual, remain highly committed. Why? Because once you practice it here, that's will be quite easy for you to replicate it once you get placed. As it is said that how you do anything is how you do everything, and Agile is full of ceremony. That's the reason this code of honor remains applicable to all of you. Second one, because you are in this journey to be a learner, so just remain to be the student, be the full stack student who does all the assignment, do self-research and repeat whatever they learn. And the third one, while you do so, you hit the success. So it's quite easy to take the responsibility of that, but you are also requested to take the full responsibility when you don't hit success, but the failure, because once you take the responsibility of that, the failure does not remain the failure, that becomes trail to the success. And to do so, it really requires it really requires a concrete mindset, and to that comes with a packaged mindset, starting with the being learning minded. And more learner you become, you will find yourself going more positive minded. More positive minded you become, you will find yourself going more complaint free. More complaint free you will become, you will find yourself getting loaded in more gratitude. More gratitude leads to happiness. As I say, happiness is today's new productivity in corporate, and that is the demand of the corporate. And then you can shine to continue to be in this game. And the fifth one, to do so, you are advised and it is recommended to increase the receptivity the moment you start your day. So start your day with the 30 days audio program, at least for next 30 days. This is a recommendation, not a mandate. You participate in this 30 days program, ask me for the link of it and I'll be happy to share with you after the session. Just DM me and you will get it. Second, because we are taking a deep dive into deep learning, so start with golden quadrant of learning that comes in 4 steps. One, you declare with the anchor first what you are going to learn, then take a deep dive into deep learning, and then draw whatever you have learned just after 24 hours using pen and paper, and then summarize it immediately in a way that 5 years old can understand the entire. Am I audible to you all?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So summarize it immediately in a way that 5 years old can understand. And it is quite necessary to follow this four steps golden quadrant of learning. So let's get started this deep learning with the anchor with declaration as a first step. So how you're going to do that? You are going to just put the anchor. Anchor is going to be the self hi-fi or the clap that you just now heard. You need to do this at the count of 3 and then repeat what you see on the screen after me. So do you all see the statement written on the screen, please? Yes. And it's selected. Yeah. So unmute yourself and get ready to model me. So 1, 2, 3 and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others
can learn and master,
I too can do that.
I too can do that.
One more time with the anchor. 1, 2, 3 and clap and say, because I'm an awesome learner.
Because I'm an awesome learner.
Today's learning is going to be.
Today's learning is going to be
super duper easy to me.
Super duper easy to me.
Yeah, it is going to be. You will be able to get it thoroughly. So the sixth one, that is to make you a giver, especially if you are coming with a vast learning background already. It is not so quite easy to embrace the new learning, and it really takes courage. And for that, this is the recommendation to keep the ego away on the path of learning, because that keeps you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. Spiritually grounded means your happiness level increases. As I said earlier, happiness is today's new productivity, and that's the demand of corporate. So you need to have this. And if you are already into job, you must be earning. So you need to raise the bar of that earning. So for that, it is advised, what you want more of that, start giving away portion of that. And because your focus is towards make more, so start giving away charity of your earning of 5 to 10%, wherever you believe in the causes, like giving away into churches, mosque or temple or gurudwara, or feeding hungry children, or donating into orphanage, or to old age home, or wherever, in whatever causes you believe in. In case you're not yet started earning, then have an intention to do this giveaway. Once you start earning at least 5% or 10% of that, and you will see how magically it is going to transform the trajectory of your earning. Why? Because when you give, you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure you're not here for survival, but for the growth. So start adapting this and see the magical transformation towards money. And second, I'm sure you are not here for the just survival for the sake of, but for the growth. So start giving away, and just don't give away for the sake of growth, but to inspire others as well. And while you do so, appreciate what you do, what others do for you, and even what does not happen to you, continue to follow that, because what you appreciate appreciates you back. And how we are going to remain connected throughout the day. One more time, just a reminder, Sunday we are going to meet for technical session 9:30 p.m. EST. Monday we are going to meet at 9:30 p.m. EST. Tuesday you must attend the RRRP session, and Wednesday do the assignment that is from Sunday, and Thursday you will do the assignment. Thursday you will again repeat the RRP session, which is again mandatory and highly recommended things to do in guru schools for you to get placed. And you know the drill. It increases your visibility for credibility for your marketability by RRP team. And Friday you are going to do the assignment from the Monday, and repeat whatever you have learned, and do the research work of the topic that you want to expand your knowledge upon, and come prepared with a question, so that you can get its answer on the next technical session on Sunday. And Saturday you can choose to relax and breathe a day. So is it clear to you all? And are we all ready to abide by these code of honors? Say yes, unmute yourself and say yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Before we get started, a quick question. Anyone here for the first time attending this session? Is it your day one? Anyone, quickly? Okay, at the count of
Yes,
three,
sir.
okay, who is this?
I am Revati.
Hey, hi Revati. Revati, could you please quickly introduce yourself, from where you are dialing, and what have been your means any job background, or any work background, or and third, you are going to share what is your educational background, and that's it. So these are three things.
Sure, Gaurav. This is Revati. I'm here from Atlanta. So I'm currently have a couple of certificates in Scrum, and I'm looking for a Scrum Master job. Here I'm here for. I did a couple of interviews, but I couldn't get through it. So I am here to get help from you. So from the team. And I have a couple of years of experience in IT as well. And yes, that's it, I guess.
And
I
your
missed the
educational
first one.
background, Revati, and your educational
Yes,
background?
I'm BE. I did in Chennai.
Okay, awesome, Revati. Welcome to Guru Schools, everyone. You can type into chat window, welcome, Revati. And Revati, as you might have heard, that we are into business analysis track already. So this track, and just a reminder to all of you, this track is a combo track, Agile Scrum and business analysis. So in the current batch, we have recently transitioned into business analysis focused learning, and we will be learning it for 4 weeks, followed by some of the assignments. So yeah, you will be learning additionally business analysis track as well. And we are already in the second week and more 2 weeks to go, and then we will again migrate into Agile and Scrum. So this is quick for you, and let me quickly start what we are going to learn today. And before we start the learning, let me quickly share the entire structure of the program with you all, so that it will be quite easy for get it. So thank you so much. So let's get started. What you see here on the screen, everyone, this had been the 6 weeks plan, 6 weeks of total learning. However, we have gone deeper and we have added some extra thing, but this has been the structure, and that let you follow this. And uh, some additional things have made it for week 8. So this is 8-week long training. And what we were discussing last time about business analysis, and we were learning business analysis models. So we will continue today business analysis model again. And let me ask you one thing: how many of you could attain creating lucid charts? I know that couple of you had attempted, and they just let me know about it. So now I'm interested to know all of you, anyone who did not attempt. So if you have not attempted, you can raise your hand. Lucidchart.com, or just creating the assignment of cash deposit, if you all remember that. Okay, so no problem. Okay, so you could not attempt it, so no problem, you have time further. Go ahead and okay, I got to know you can lower your hand. Thank you so much for being honest. So the thing is that next day you are going to attempt it. That is, tomorrow is not the technical session, kindly attempt then. And Revati, for you, you need to go through last 3 recordings, I guess, apart except today. And then you should be able to match up with the current track, what is going on. So I'll share the current last 3 recording with you all, with you also. Okay, so yeah, so let me reshare my screen one more time, and we will go ahead.
I have a question, Sir Gaurav.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
Maranjan. Yeah, when
Yes.
should we submit the assignments? Is it through the WhatsApp? We should send it to you. How do we go about
So
that?
so let me tell you, don't send it to me individually, because I keep on getting tons of individual messages, and that goes unread generally. But when it comes in the group, I know it is coming from you, so I'm bound to
Okay.
review them. So that's the reason you need to put it into WhatsApp group. So this is
So
the
it will be
info
the
is
BA Scrum group? Sorry.
yeah, yes, where you get the information about all the activities when we are starting and when we are not. So yeah, there itself in the
Okay.
Agile Scrum group. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
you're welcome. So thank you for asking. So let's get started back with Agile Scrum. So this is the course structure, everyone. This is the course structure. Having said so, let's get going. And what we have learned earlier, we have learned these diagrams, that how it is going to help you to develop some of the documentation, be it creating business user guide. Who is responsible for that? Creating business user guide or requirement document?
Business analyst.
Business analyst, that's all right. So, and that's the reason what all are there in the business analysis model that we are going to learn in today. And why we are learning the diagrams? Because we don't need to write the processes anymore. So in fact, we need to create those processes by depicting it into design. There you define by just showcasing the processes through the diagrams. So this whatever the diagram you have learned had been the part of UML diagram. UML is a unified model language. So what I want someone to start reading these bullets for me, please. Anyone who can read these bullets for me?
Visual modeling, graphic representation of objects and systems. With models, we can focus on subsets of information and identity patterns in our requirements, ideas, and business processes. Example?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the examples: process flow diagram, business domain model, ER diagram, UI wireframe, prototype, and mockup. So yeah, so thank you so much for reading this out. So in a nutshell, what is visual modeling? Visual modeling is the given term name that you can remember. UML, in case someone asks you what is UML diagram, so you can say that in UML diagram there are various representation of the processes, and that is more or less used by software developers as well as business analysts. So there are, for coding purpose, there are few visual modelings are used, UML diagrams are used. Those are high level designs or low level designs. However, there are some other models that are used by other team members too, and that you have learned whatever is being used by business analysts. Today, we will see unit process flow diagram, ER diagram, and UI wireframe. UI wireframe is quite interesting that you will find, and we will get to be over there, and then it will follow. So yeah, so let's get started. Very important thing. That is workflow diagram. It is a simple graphical representation. In this workflow diagram, do you know what I have tried to share with you all? That this information should be known in case you are entering into IT. So if you have zero knowledge of IT, at least you should know that how things work, what things work, and when things work. Okay, what kind of things work and when it works. So what you are seeing is called as defect life cycle. What it is called as, everyone?
Defect life cycle.
Yeah,
Defect
that's true.
life cycle.
Exactly, defect life cycle, or call it bug life cycle. So what is it exactly? So what happens, yesterday I told you in which environment, when it is migrated and graduated into the new environment, before that its quality check and failure check happens, where it is checked whether whatever the version of the software you are migrating into the newer environment, that is not the failed software, but that is the working software. Okay, so that is tested by sometime developers, sometime by testers, sometime testers at client end, sometime by business users, and sometimes in collaboration with business users, and your testers, and your business analyst, and end user as well, couple of them, and then it is brought into production environment. Do you all remember that information from yesterday? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, awesome. But in between, what happens? What happens when some error was found? If some discrepancy was found, it requires to be reported. Do you all agree? In anything, anytime, anywhere, if someone is doing some activity, if it is not up to the mark, if found some error or discrepancy, it must be reported. Do you all agree with this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when it is reported in software, it has to follow certain guidelines. Okay. So what you see on the screen, what exactly happened? Generally, tester perform this quality check, and software workable, whether software is working or not, that he checks. And what he sees, that the moment he finds a discrepancy, or call it a defect, or call it a bug, he reports it. And the moment he reports it, and yesterday, day before yesterday, I showed you into the live session in how in any project management tool, and I use the tool Jira, any, user stories, which is the, smallest broken piece of a larger requirement is created in Jira, how any new features are added, how epics are created, and how bugs are created. So if you were there into the live session uh, last two session ago, you might have observed that just by pressing create button, how I was able to bring the dialog box of creating the new element that I just now called it as user story or epic or defect or something, or bug, something like that. There were the option of uploading or attaching the images or screenshot or something like that. Do you all remember this portion? Yesterday we used means last two session ago we used Jira. Do you all remember that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much. Okay, cool. So now, what exactly happens in any of the project management tool, the moment a ticket is reported, ticket means I'm calling it to defect, its first status becomes new. And the moment its first status become new, it is reported or it is triggered or notified to project manager, and project manager initially analyze, so it's not exactly project manager, it's the development project manager whose team is responsible for the fixes. He will analyze whether it's a valid defect or not. If it is not, it will be marked as rejected into the system, project management system. If it is valid, then what happens? Then he checks. Again, see, checks are happening over here, and checks are included into which shape, everyone? Which shape it is this?
Diamond.
Diamond. So in
Diamond.
diamond shape, for the decision purpose, we have
Decision.
used it. So first decision was yes, this is valid. Then what to do? Then further check has to happen in the diamond shape. Is it in the scope? Does customer want it, or it is some kind of enhancement that can be considered, or something which customer has asked to be included into the next version? So for now, can we defer it for the future? If yes, means if it is not in scope, then yes, it will be deferred it for the future, and its status go to rejected, from new to rejected. And if it is in the scope as well, then the development manager, project manager will check whether this ticket was already reported by someone else. Okay. And if it is reported by someone else, then the status will go into duplicate. And if such kind of a cases, what you see here in the bottom three inside this, those will not be entertained immediately, not worked upon them immediately. However, if it is brand new defect and it was not reported earlier, what is going to happen? Now the developer project manager will assign to developer. Okay, any developer who is responsible to fix that error. So from new, it will become directly assigned. Okay, new to assigned. New to what, everyone? The status?
Assign.
Assign.
New assigned. And assigned is not mentioned over here. Okay, new to assigned. Let me do that for you. So just a second. From here, it will travel here. Okay. Okay. So before this, before it reaches here, it has to be marked as, assigned. So I will try to assigned. Okay, new to assigned. And once developer is assigned with that, then developer changes its status to in progress, because he will pick it and he will start working it upon it. And the moment his work is done, then he will mark it as a fixed or resolved. Fixed or what, everyone? Another term for fix?
Resolved.
Resolved. So remember that. New, assigned, in progress, fixed or resolved. Yeah, because code is fixed. So here it will be fixed or resolved. And the moment it is fixed or resolved, then tester will pick it up, or whoever has reported the defect, they will pick it up and they will test it whether now it is working or not. If it is working already, they will mark it closed. What will happen if it is not working? Again, it is still having some issues, so he will mark it as a reopen. What will be the final status? If it is not closed, then what is going to happen? It will be marked as what, everyone? Reopen. And the moment it is reopened, it will be assigned back to developer, and developer will follow the entire process one more time. So this is defect lifecycle, but this defect lifecycle has been represented in a workflow diagram. As I said earlier, these business analysis models are founded or based upon simple flowchart, and you will witness here a simple flowchart has been included. Do you all see that? Do you all see that? The flowchart elements?
Yes, sir.
Input boxes. Only one thing is not there. It does not have the start point and stop point yet. But in the rest of earlier diagrams you might have seen, there was start button and connectors, and connector is still there, but start button and stop, where it is starting, where it is not really defined. But you need to take it that this is a simple rectangle from where it is starting. So this is workflow diagram. So can someone tell me, apart from workflow diagram, if you have any idea about entity relationship diagram, to which we call it as a ER diagram. So we will be flipping the slide and we will be learning right now about the ER diagram, that is entity relationship diagram. Okay. So okay, I just got to see some of the messages. So one message, yes, Supriya has sent me. So the assignment cash deposit activity diagram she has created in creately.com. Is that okay? Yeah, definitely. So any alternate, not necessary if I have asked that these diagram I have created into lucidchart.com, then you need to follow the same. There are tons of substitutes are available. You must go ahead and use them. If you are not comfortable with lucidchart.com, even you can utilize the Word document or PPT, wherever you feel. Canva is the new tool. They're not so new, but yeah, as the most used tool today. And there you can create your own design. So that's what it is. So we are learning now, coming back to the topic. ER diagram is the business domain model. So let me ask you, what you see, I know that it will help you to interpret and connect. So what do you see is the representation of ER diagram, that is entity relationship diagram. Can you just tell me what it is doing, just looking at the diagram? Just try to think and let me know quickly what you are able to understand with this. Even if you are not able to understand anything, you can just say no idea, but in case you can figure it out, you can simply tell me if you are able to get it.
Online order cover, sir?
Okay, online order, that's one attempt.
It's
Anyone
for
else?
clothing.
Customer requirements.
Customer requirement, it's for clothing. Yeah, definitely all three are okay, good. So can take it, but still I'm trying to get near to understand what exactly it is from you. So what else you understand?
Is it for manufacturing requirement?
Manufacturing requirement, okay. What else? Okay, so can you think anything more out of it? Okay, last attempt I want someone to do, and then I'll go ahead.
Even for the sales also.
Health? Did you say health?
Sales. Market
Sales. Yeah, sales. Okay.
It is about clothing. Like
Mhm.
yeah. So
Yeah, fine. Thank you so much for all your answer is right. The process you need to understand. All answers are right. This is about clothing, but it is accessing the closet. Okay, it's about accessing the closet. Do you all agree?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. So how it is going to happen? Imagine a clothing store. Okay. Imagine a clothing store. A customer walks into the counter, okay, cash counter, and he inquires over there, or say cash counter is equal to also the inquiry counter. So he inquires that I need this brand of this cloth. Do you have that? So what he does that he asks certain question from the customer, and when he get the answer from the customer, now he has got a software, okay, and where he will inquiry what he inquired from customer same into the software, and the software will locate where the cloth is available, and when he finds the cloth exists, he may guide the person to go ahead and pick from there, or he may guide to the storekeeper or the store attendant. uh, yeah, so he will guide the store attendant to pick the cloth from the particular location and bring it for the customer. How the questioning will happen? So he will first ask, okay, what exactly do you want? So he will tell what product he wants, okay, what product he want. So he will ask for the product name, okay, and then he will ask, okay, in what category he wants. So say for example the at the cash counter, in case a customer asks that what kind of clothes you want, and the answer he gets, okay, I'm looking for the shirt, okay, then he says that what kind of shirt he wants, okay, and the moment he asks for the shirt, okay, he asks, okay, tell me two things. One thing, what category you want. Do you want formal? Do you want casual? Are you looking for t-shirt or something like that? More detail he will ask. So he will see at two places. Okay, first he will ask the category. He will go into the category box and see whether whatever the category was defined or mentioned by customer, if it is available or not, and he will ask to the system what all category available. He will just ask, show me the category named as shirt, where the category name is equal to where category name is formal or casual, depending upon that. So first he gets all the details. Now he asks for the color, and the color has been also given all the stuff. But before he asks for the color, he will access another data, and he will ask the question to customer as well. Okay, tell me your size are given, all the size details are there. So he says that, okay, of this category, show me all the sizes. So he all the sizes, it could be whatever the size he mentions, it could be M, XL, or whatever. So he sees that, okay, XL sizes are there. Now he asks, okay, tell me color. So he says that, okay, color, I need this sky blue, indigo, and white, or off white, whatever. So he gets all the details and he accesses that. In case he finds, while he is accessing all the color details, you remember, for every detail there is one identification given, one code is given, and then the actual detail of that particular explanation is there. When it comes to color, color name will be there, code to color will be there, and identification will be there. If it comes to the name of the product category, its name is given, as parent category ID is given, category ID is there. So whatever I did, I am trying to access the closet by asking certain question from the customer and then inquiring the same thing into my software. You are with me so far, everyone, and able to connect what I just now say?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah?
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Awesome. So
It's
like what, thank you. So like whatever you are doing right now, asking certain question, there is a method to ask certain question in a structured manner, and to which we call it as a structured query language. What do we call it as, everyone?
Structured query language. Structured query language.
And it is abbreviated as CQL, and that is altogether a different track to be learned. Okay. However, the developers develop the ER diagram, where for one entity you define the relationship. Like for the product, you define its relationship with the apparel size, you define its relationship with product category, you define its relationship with the product color as well. Okay, so it happened related to the product, inside the product, for the product. However, when customer confirms now for an order, then in the system what will happen, the order will be assigned to the customer, and for that you will record customer's name, address, and contact number. Nowadays in the store you will find that customer data is received, and that order, whatever he buys, is assigned to that customer with the order ID, order date, and total amount of shopping he has done. So this is how developers update, or developers design the ER diagram. This is called the relationship of two different entities. This is how they show. There is a special connector that comes with this shape. Can you all see this blue line? These blue lines everywhere?
Yes, yes, sir.
That is used in defining entity relationship diagram. So this is one of the business model. So are you good with this? Any question around? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, so this is the table structure in the database, right?
Yeah, this is table structure in database. So using that, and that's the reason I said that generally developers and who work in database, they define that how things will be built into the database to access the different data. So any question around it, everyone? Can we move to the another slide and explore a new business model?
Sir, in the categories, category ID and the parent category ID are same, or what is the difference?
It may differ. So think of a product which will also have the category. Say for example, product category, you said shirt, okay, and what kind of shirt will be parent category. Okay, so say for example, someone says that okay, semi casual is the parent category. Okay, semi-casual is parent category. I'm just giving one example. And in that parent category, what is actually the category, those will get the ID. So same category ID will go inside here, but it will have a different parent category. Maybe it will be relating with the different table, which is not mentioned over here. So this is just exemplary. Okay, that something what you can think of may have its parent as well. Okay, if someone says that okay, I'm looking for blazer. Now blazer has a different category. Inside blazer there will be a parent category as well. So blazer itself you can consider as a blazer as a parent category, and inside blazer there will be the various category of the blazer. Okay, with me so far?
Yes, sir, got it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So let's move to the next slide. Okay, and here it is very important for business analysts to know what we are going to learn is to which we call it as UI wireframe. What we call it as, everyone?
UI wireframe.
Yeah. So to which we call it as a UI wireframe or UI mockup. And for that very reason, I'm going to share the entire screen with you all so that you can understand. Imagine you are, going to update a software. Okay. Not you, your team will be customizing a software, right? And they need to mention how it is going to look, how various buttons into the software will look like. Okay, can you all see the entire screen of the PowerPoint presentation? Yeah,
Yes.
do confirm.
Yeah.
Okay, so now while they are going to confirm, what business analyst will do, he will say, okay, I want this software should have a home button, and inside home button there should be multiple tools, and I want customer onto the home screen to see not only the plot area, that is the presentation area, we also want to see in the home menu, few icons, few buttons, which will help a customer to copy that, paste that, or copy that, paste that, and resize and bring the new slide, and change the layout of the system. These ability using a menu that customer is able to do in the software. Okay, so this is what and how he will say that what kind of menu he is expecting. He will mention that into the document, but with some design he will try to demonstrate it into the document itself. And what he said, what kind of menu he will try to represent, if he is indicating to his team to customize the existing software into the new one. Then from existing software he can definitely snip few of the presentation of the diagram. So what he did, the actual diagram of the existing software, from there he copied certain element, and in the document he is going to paste it like this. Can you all see that? I was talking about one thing into home menu. So again, it only brought the icon, but I will be more precise and will be telling, okay, inside home menu include enable me for formatting the system, and enable the copy and paste ability. So what I will do, I will be more precise. Inside home menu I will be doing that. So now I brought the new wireframe, to which I call it as a exact representation what I am expecting into the software that I have snipped from the existing, and plotted it into my document, and I'm explaining that. So for that, what I have snipped and presented in front of you, can you see the selected area, the snipped piece of home
Yes.
menu?
Yes, sir.
It comes with
Yes.
cut copy format. So these kind of
Yes.
representation, thank you so much. So these kind of presentation, you are going to detail it down, which really give me the actual picture of how it is going to look into the software, that when you are including as a diagram into document. This kind of diagram is also known as UI wireframe or mockup, but just a UI wireframe or mockup, no, it is giving you the actual how it is required. Then this is called as a high fidelity UI prototype. What it is called as, everyone? High fidelity UI prototype. What it is called, everyone?
A high
A high fidelity UI
UI
prototype.
Prototype. Okay, that's great. However, this is the almost representation of actual diagram. What if okay, I want something similar like that, but you are not able to present it well. So what you can expect? So give me a second. So if you don't have anything that you can expect well, then there is a way to present it. So just a second. Give me a second. I'm just trying to do some activity. So there is some way to present it, not exactly the way it is. So initially it may not look like that, but you are sure that it will be somewhat of the presentation like this. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. So you are not very much sure what will go inside it. Okay, then you will change. You may update the design area, something which will be similar to what you are trying to visualize. Now you don't have any customized software and you don't have anything to relate with that. So how you have developed something like this. Okay, business analyst has created some diagram like this. Can you all see that there is some little change in the home menu?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes.
the reader will have idea that there will be some menu that will quite or so will look like this. Okay, it will look like this, and he will mention here, and he can mention by the diagram itself. Here he is expecting cut. Okay, then he is pasting paste, say for example like this, paste. And he is also expecting something to which he call it as, what happened, where it has gone, yeah, call it as format pending. So I'm just designing this in front of you itself. So I'm going to use this. Okay, so cut option will be there, paste option will be there, and also format painter option will be there. So now he has painted a picture that he is visualizing and want it to be part of home menu. So he mentioned that this is how you are going to do as well. But if you are not even clear about at this level, what you are going to do is that you are just going to place a placeholder. Okay, so before placing the placeholder, if this level of clarity you will have, you yourself is going to create in such manner, it will be called as medium fidelity UI prototype. It will be called as medium fidelity UI prototype. What it will be called as, everyone?
Medium fidelity UI prototypes.
Yeah, remember that, medium fidelity UI prototype. So whoever have spoken back, I'm sure they will remember it. So who has not, so I will see you in mock interview whether you remember that or not. So, and when you have no clarity what exactly will go inside, how the menu option may look like, but you can definitely define the prototype of UI menu, that how it is going to look like. Then you can just paste a placeholder that generally menu option should look like this. Can you all see that there is just a placeholder, not a very detailed information inside it? Menu placeholder. Can you all see that? So you can
Yes.
definitely create this kind of a design. You can definitely create you know this kind of design as well. Okay, and you can also copy from the existing software, and you can develop the earlier design that I had presented in front of you. Okay, just give me a second, everyone. Okay, so you can design this prototype as well. So what you see as just a placeholder, what exactly it is called as? It is called as a low fidelity UI prototype. Yeah, low fidelity. So what exactly you include into visual model UI wireframe? So you talk about all those features with menu. I just gave one example. So instead of menu, there could be anything else. Say for example, here you can define that if you are going to buy online ticket. Okay, so what exactly, when you are pressing buy online, how this buy online button will look like. Or in case you are going to press some another button that will show balance, so how the show balance will look like. Third party transfer, how it will look like. So on detail level, some diagram you can definitely represent it, and the more clearer it is, it will become high fidelity. Less clearer will become medium fidelity. Only placeholder will be called as low fidelity UI prototype. And exactly this is what it is written. It says that, can someone quickly read this for me, the first bullet point over here?
A low fidelity UI prototype may show the general layout of the screen, but not the specific UI elements.
Right. So that's what I said. That's just a placeholder. So anyone can read the medium one, the second bullet. Anyone else?
A, a medium fidelity UI prototype will show the UI elements on the screen, but may not represent the actual look.
And that's what exactly I said. It may not represent the actual look. Now, the last but not the least, the third one, who can read? Anyone? Please.
A high fidelity UI prototype, often called a rendering, will represent exactly how the UI should look and feel once implemented.
True. And exactly, I showed you that from the menus example. And who is responsible for this? So business analyst is responsible for either low fidelity or medium fidelity prototypes. You are not responsible for high fidelity UI prototype. Why? Because the actual software is not yet developed. But you may still, if something is getting customized and you have got the actual picture from the client, definitely you can include into the document. Is it clear to you all? This much detailed explanation of the UI visual model, that is UI wireframe or mockup. Is it clear to you all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. So let's go back towards more detail. And just wait a second. Let me bring that in front of you. Okay. So now something which is coming is quite so interesting we call it as a WBS, and this is another structure. What do you understand by WBS? Any WBS, any idea about it? What do we mean by WBS?
No, sir.
Okay, so WBS stands for work breakdown structure. What does it stand for, everyone?
Work
Work
breakdown.
breakdown structure.
Yeah. Why we need work breakdown structure? First, I talked to you about, larger requirement is broken down into smaller pieces, but inside that there will be multiple activities as well. Do you agree with that? When large requirement is broken down into smaller
Yes.
consumable manner, it will have associated multiple activities. So here, so it is also called as a tree diagram, hierarchy diagram. Okay, and what you see here, that is also called as organization chart, hierarchy diagram, or tree diagram. So that mentions that how the flow goes. So what example you are seeing here? So generally in project management, WBS is quite famous and used. It is called as a store is willing to develop a software. So what you see is 0.0 is a retail website, retail store is trying to open a website, and here there will be multiple activities related to project management. There will be requirement gathering, design and analysis, software development, testing and production. So these are from software development lifecycle that you see 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0. But inside every department, there will be multiple activity. So how you are going to define it? So say, for example, 4.0 site software development has been defined. So inside there will be multiple activity. HTML design and creation will happen. Backend of software will be enabled properly. Graphical representation and its interface will be created. And upon that, there will be content creation. Now, these all things are related. Again, in every node, every branch, there will be expansion further. So here you see in the backend software, it has further expanded. So this is just a representation. You need not to just learn all these things. You need to know how which model will appear, like what. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is exactly
the
like a hierarchy chart,
That's
sir?
true. This is exactly like
like
hierarchy
in any
chart.
organization, correct?
Organization chart as well. So yes, this is how it is in project management. You are going to use to define a more detailed activities to simplify anything. Okay. Now the question is that, and when do you think which model should be created? There is no hard and fast rule. However, every time UI wireframe will be created by business analyst, but more details. Say, for example, this you are not going to create by your own self. Okay, this is generally developer creates. Then comes, this workflow diagram. Workflow diagram you can create when you are going to define certain work. Okay, when you are going to define certain activity, that from where which activity will be taken. Okay, how the, say for example, cash deposit, there you can definitely define few element of workflow diagram. However, process flow diagram you are going to enhance when you are going to define some process, but at the same time there will be a fishbone diagram that you are not going to create into you are not going to create in requirement document. This diagram you are not going to create in requirement document. This will be done specially in any specific analysis document. Analysis document, there some question will be asked to you. Try to identify where the exactly problem was that you are collecting from somewhere. Collecting from whom? Collecting from client as well, collecting from collecting from other vendors as well. So there you will be developing fishbone diagram just to answer few certain questions. There will be some area where you are communicating with the or proposing some idea to the client towards some changes. And when you are proposing that new idea, there you can include this diagram, to which we call it as SWOT analysis, where you are going to put your point, mentioning with the strength, weakness of the existing software, threats behind it, and what the strength the new software is bringing and what opportunity it is bringing. Everything you will be mentioning more in detail. So this was into the SWOT analysis. When you are business analyst or product owner, you are trying to talk to customer, especially product owner, you will be showcasing them the roadmap. So roadmap are designed by whom? By the product owner, and that is used initially by product owner itself. So this is how you can create when you need to showcase the release dates, on what date, what kind of release you have planned as a product owner, so that you are going to represent. And the simple activity diagram you can show and explain inside the requirement document when you are showing certain activities happening. Say for example, cash deposit was one activity, cash withdrawal was one activity, fund transfer was one activity. However, when you are enhancing it further, when it will trigger, when it will stop, and if you want to add more steps into it, then you can choose the various other options, like process, to define the process. How, say for example, during cash withdrawal, how bank is communicating, how ATM is communicating, or how POS is communicating to the bank server. Now you will be going more wide and more in detail and more narrow equally. Okay, that is the time you can bring this process flow diagram. Okay, with me so far, everyone able to understand and connect?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
I have explained quickly when exactly which diagram you can have. You go back and listen to this this mention in the recording further. Okay. So I think I have answered your question. Who had asked this question? Amit or uh, Nitish? Who had asked this question yesterday? Do you remember? You had asked that when we will get to know which diagram to create when.
Actually, I asked you that yesterday.
Okay, Swati, yes. So, and I know that for Revati, the past, what I have showed earlier, the different diagram, for that you will have to refer to the recording. So, Swati, you got your answer? Yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
awesome. So, any questions so far till now, whatever you have learned inside?
No, not really.
Okay,
No, sir,
not
not
really.
really. The only confusion still, okay, that is also we have to read is UI wire framework, like
Mhm.
low fidelity, medium, that we need to go through again. I mean, not you, that I have to go through again, sir.
Okay, so you are still finding there is certain confusion into it. I'm just checking with you.
Yeah, I don't want to
Nitin.
disturb others' time, so you can carry on
Uh-huh.
with your process right now, sir.
Okay, no problem. So, yeah, Swati, go ahead, ask your question.
Complete, sir. So here we have few steps, right? Security subsystem, catalog engine, middleware development, and all. So do we have the business analyst have any other role in these steps like middleware development, security subsystem, and all?
Just a second. Can you repeat that? What you said? Security what?
Security subsystem. We can see few backend software steps, right? 4.1, the middleware development. So do business
Yeah.
analysts have any role in those steps? So should we have to
Okay.
do the
Good question. So yeah, to answer you, the more in detail when you will go towards middleware software development or security system enhancement, or when you have to work more towards with backend, business analysts are not involved into there. Okay, so such kind of documents are created by generally solution architect when they are more or less talking about the architecture. So what you are just talking to me is something related to architectural level. Okay, for them the solution architects are there, technical architects are there, so they will be developing the technical document related to that, and business analysts are not supposed to develop those technical solution architectural document.
okay?
Is it clear? Did I
We are just aligning those, categorizing these things. That's it, right?
Yeah, so anything related to functional or non-functional stuff, you will be developing document based on that. When a requirement document is more or less toward the functional, that will be called as FRD, functional requirement document. When
Yes,
it is
yes.
more technical, it will be called as technical requirement document. That will be technical requirement, TRD, or something
Yes,
like that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, I got it.
So,
Yes, thank you.
awesome. So now so far you have understood all about business models. Okay. And if I'll talk about, so I have a separate video also, a 20 minutes long video all about UI fidelity. Okay. Or mockup, that I'll be sharing that with you. Okay. So I think that will be more helpful to you Nitish, towards focus towards mockup or UI fidelity. Will that be helpful to you once
Yes,
I'll
sir,
share?
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'll share that with you. Okay. So now, so far, we are asking the question about documentation and various other things. So we need to know what all documentations are available. So I'm going to share my screen to tell you the documents, template, and its understanding. So let's start to know few of the document. Okay. So what all the documents you can think of. So let me share my screen back. Let me, okay. Show the screen. Just give me a second quickly. I'm flipping the slide. Yeah. So can you see here the documents, templates, and understanding? Okay. So what you see here are the various, various name of the documentation. What I am going to quickly identify, is there any anything where, business analyst not actively is going to business analyst is not going to actively work upon that. Okay. So just a second, everyone. So I'm trying to strike it through. Let me see if I can. Okay. I'm not able to. Okay, no problem. So I'll just mention that. Okay. So what I had selected earlier, test case document, that will be coming to you only for review, that you are not going to develop it. What else? Okay, a requirement traceability matrix. It will be coming to you for just review. You are not going to develop this document. How this is developed? It is developed, these document, test case and requirement traceability matrix document, are generally developed by testers, but whatever remaining things you will develop, based on that, what is going to happen is, what is going to happen is, you know, whatever the document you will develop, based on that, this requirement traceability matrix will be developed by testers. So what all document you will develop? You will develop requirement management plan document. You will develop use case from them. And last but not the least, your inclusion and contribution will be towards writing user story, because user stories are the smallest portion of the broken down broken piece of a larger requirement. User story is the broken smaller piece of the larger document or larger requirement. Okay, everything has to boil down towards user story. Those company who is still going in the traditional way, they will recommend you to still enhance use case, still enhance requirement management document. But the smart and the competitive companies are directly telling you, hey, you develop everything, all the document, business requirement document, system requirement specification document, function requirement specification document, everything you develop, or don't develop, but at the end I want use case. But when you are giving me use case, multiple use case, tell me where is the actual total document from where you have driven these user stories. Okay, so they may ask you a reference point, okay, from where you have developed certain user story, or of which larger requirement you have broken into the smaller user story. So ultimately, in today's agile world, user story is the winning element. However, it has all come from functional requirement document or business requirement document. With me so far? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So now you need to know the details. What should I put inside project vision document then? What will be the element inside the requirement management plan document? What will be the element behind business requirement document? What I'm going to do is that, let me quickly try to bring all the documents if I can. Just give me few seconds, few minutes, and let me quickly try to pull it for you. So I'll take some time to search for this, whether I can bring it for you or not. So I will take a few moments. Okay, I'm just trying to skim through. So I'll be explaining it in the other slide, but it will be quite easy for you once you will go through in the document itself. So I'm just trying to bring if I have some format available or not. If not, what is the easy idea is that you are going to download it template. So what happens exactly? So I'll give the example one more time. If any organization is there, by the way, are you with me so far and following whatever I'm telling you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Any question, keep asking me. Okay. And if you feel sleepy by any chance, you can just stand up and shake your body and sit down, so that you will continue to feel fresh, because I sense that
We
someone
are
of
doing
you
that,
are.
sir.
Thank you so much.
I have water with me.
Sir, your
Yes.
voice, sir, your voice will not make us sleep.
You're
Oh,
never
really?
sleeping.
Thank you. Okay, I appreciate that if you are wide awake. Okay, so awake will always keep you moving in the game. Okay, I think I have found something. Okay, and I will be opening that and will be sharing with you. So yeah, let me reshare my screen. Okay, let's see first requirement management plan document. I'm opening that and I'm resharing my screen. So no, I don't need to. So what do you see here? Requirement management plan. By the way, I'm going to share in the group itself all these documents. I think I will be sharing. Okay. So requirement management plan, you see how it is starting with the name of the project. Here in this area, you can put the logo of your customer's company. On the left hand side, you can put your own company logo. Okay, then the version history will go. First version, it has to be approved by one senior. When it is being revised, what the changes you are going to put it, who is the first author, and the moment the some changes will be proposed, suggested, that will go into the next version, and thereby into the next version. Who all are involved into it, their name has to be there as a prepared by is who is the first person, and approved by who is the next person. Then it will go and have the overview. So these are the table of content of whatever you are going to develop, that is going to be there. Okay, so what will be your summary? In summary you will develop about your project. Can you see overview, executive summary, then stakeholders details, then conventions, and then project scope, where you are going to define what is included, what is excluded, and what is you are assuming, so that you are going to mention in project scope. Then environment means what all the environment you will be putting in. So whatever the project I'll be giving you, because only scrum masters and business analyst will be working, not any developer will be working, not any testers will be working. Thereby, then for this section, you need not to mention any you need not to mention any environment. Okay, because I'm connecting you with what I'm going to bring with you, what I am going to give it to you as exercise. Okay, should I? Okay. You can call me Gaurav only, Revati. That's not to call me Gaurav or something. Not necessary to call me sir or something like that. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and keep calling my name. That's okay. So I love my name. So by the way, this is environment, work breakdown structure. Here just now we learned that you can put into name, and then schedule when you are planning to release this software, for what reason. And here we will be more or less focused towards documentation that I am going to give it to you as a part of project. So these all details will be coming. You just go through by your own pace, okay, whenever you want it. And in case you have question on these document, what does it mean, I will come back to you. But generally these are self-explanatory, and this is from where? This is from requirement management plan document. So this is one. What else? Then you need business requirement document, that I am opening. Okay. Again, business requirement document, the same drill. What was the drill? Put on the right side customer's logo, left side whose logo, everyone? Vendors. Okay. With me? Hello. Are you there with me, everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I need to
sir.
check whether I'm audible or not. Yeah, thank you. So in this business requirement document, you will be projecting project details, who is going to create it for the first time of this document, and what number of this document is, date, and its first version. Remember, always the version will go 0.1, and you internally you have to decide after which number it will be changed into version 1.0. So generally there are 10 revisions, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 until 0.10, and then it will get converted into 1.0. Okay, with me so far? When the final
Yes, sir.
documents gets approved by someone. But sometime you can also decide with 5 revision, if I am okay to approve it 0.1 to 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, then also you can change into 1.0. So this is how, and after 1.0, again more revisions are to go, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and so on will go until 2.0. Okay, here you will give the summary of the project again, and then project description you can elaborate little more, and the scope you are going to include it in the BRD document. Okay, so scope items, everything here out of scope, in scope you can add something to which we call it as a assumption and exclusion. Business driver. Okay, so you are going to drive you are going to, who are all going to become the business driver? Scrum master, product owner, Then business analyst, if any, you have a development manager or senior business analyst, something like that, you are going to mention that. Okay. And
So, sir, this is basically before the I mean,
Bef-
after we get any project, correct?
yeah,
This
after
is
you get any
first
project,
document.
this is generally first document. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah. So proposed process, if you are going to mention any process, functional requirement. So here what you can do, you can embed a document in itself. Okay. So embed a document, you can embed functional documents. How will you do that? So let me quickly share with you if I need to embed certain document. So I am putting my cursor over here and I see I want to insert a document. And how do I do that? So let me quickly try to identify. Okay. I don't see the object. Generally, I need to embed an object. So I'm just trying to find out. Insert, and I think, okay, let me enlarge it and see it quickly. Insert. Shapes. Okay, no, not in shapes. Pictures. Okay, not pictures. Okay, there will be where you can embed a document, and I'm just trying to show you that. Yeah, there is object. So let me minimize this. Okay, it went away. So signature, date and time, and object. Signature, date and time, and yeah. So here, say for example, you have to embed a document. What you will see, this is the shape of object, and here generally you will find that is mentioned object. You go ahead and click it over here, object. Okay, and what kind of object you want. So I will find, say for example, I need to include a Word document. Okay, say for example, I'm including this. Okay, and I want this document to, so say for example, this is the functional requirement document I have already built, and I want it to display as an icon. So I will create like this. So I will include this document and it will appear like this. And your, the document will continue to build up. So here further, if you want, apart from functional requirement document, you want to add some another document. So this is how you can embed it. And whenever a person or user is coming here or someone is coming here reading it, he can go ahead and inside it, he can open the another document and he can read that. Is it clear to you all? How you can embed another document into the existing document?
Yes,
Yeah?
sir.
All right. So this is here you can embed the functional requirement document. You are going to define the priority of all the sections of all the requirement, whether it is immediate, high, moderate, low, and prospective. So this is one of the thing. Okay, functional requirement document, I'm not going to ask you because generally these are lengthy. So this was the functional requirement document. Let me close it. What else? Just it is closing. Okay, I think we are good with these documents. Now let's go back and learn more towards more towards the project vision document. Product owner generally must have this document where the key element, now you need to remember that. So I might ask you when you will be facing interview, I might ask you, tell me some element of the project vision document. To whom I will ask? Who is appearing for the product owner's interview. uh, if you are appearing for business analyst interview, I might ask you, tell me elements of business requirement document. With me so far, everyone? Yeah?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Okay. So good. So these are for product owner has to know that you need to first define the introduction of the project, then who all are the users working into that, who all will be the stakeholders connected with the project, and what all the features of the project you are going to develop, and its overview in a nutshell, and why, what all the requirements are there that you are going to mention, if it comes with some limitation that you cannot do, what all the quality documents you are going to include, so that you are going to mention. Quality document can be all other things, like RTM is quality document, test cases are quality document, quality gate will be another document or something like that, okay, which will allow users to accept it, okay. Then requirement management plan document I have showed you. It had a purpose of plan, responsibility assignment, tools and procedures to be used, approach to define the requirement, approach towards requirement traceability that I said that you are not going to build, workflow and activity. Now, in this requirement management plan, wherever workflow and activities you are going to mention, there you can build some diagram, okay? And the change management. So change management itself is a different, documentation. So that you can embed into it, okay? Then comes use cases, okay? Use cases is a separate document. Again, it is the detailed version of a functionality that will go inside requirement document, okay? So this is very important. Say, for example, do you remember that yesterday you had taken a task of creating a business analysis model of use case? That use case was cash deposit. Do you remember that?
Okay, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So if you need to define that use case in the use case document, then you need to mention that who all will perform this use case. So of course, customer, right? If any person is dedicated to do your job, or if you are in a bank, then bank manager can, if no one is there, bank manager can help you, tailor can help you, cashier can help you, or other active member in the bank can help you. Those all become the actor, okay? Description, say for example, if it has come towards cash withdrawal instead of cash deposit, so you are performing cash deposit in the bank, that you will uh, uh, sorry, cash withdrawal in the bank or ATM, that you will mention. If so there will be two use case. One will be cash withdrawal at the bank, and cash withdrawal at ATM machine, okay? So you will be writing two different use cases. Now its trigger point will be different. So for cash withdrawal, the moment you press the cash withdrawal button, okay, and the trigger in bank will be, in the real bank will be, the moment you fill the slip, okay, and give it to the tailor. So fill the slip and giving it to tailor will be the trigger of this use case. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
See, today I'm not asking much. Today I'm speaking much. Okay. So if I'm speaking much, what I'm expecting from you, you need to ask yourself, what did you learn? When you will ask yourself, what did you learn? How you are going to give the answer as an unsaid assignment. The moment you come prepared in the unsaid assignment, guys, you will appear more authentic, more expert into it. And I want you all to be expert in those things. And for that, you need to go ahead and listen to the recording. Yeah. So
Yes.
these are the some elements. And the one thing which is I'm bringing, that I have already spoken to you. And if you have not heard this earlier, I'm going to again speak after 2 weeks about it. And that is about user story. Okay. You know how to write a user story. Do you all know that how to write a user story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone who does not know,
Yes.
apart from Revati and yeah, who recently
Me,
joined.
sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reshma, and who else? Who does not know how to write a user story? Okay. So
I
guys,
don't know.
you
sir.
okay.
I
Okay,
guess.
Swati,
Yeah,
I also
understand.
don't
Okay.
know.
So those who don't know, remember that you are going to be with someone, will be involving in project. Again, it's not hard and fast that you have to involve in the project which is going to come. But if you are going to involve, then know the other people who are knowing it. Okay. Like Rachna knows it, or Nitish knows it. Then Lubna knows it. Okay, many people know about it. Ritesh knows it. I know Devi Mukherjee knows it. These people are going to. These people are knowing, and I will be plugging you all with a team, okay, where you will be working in a team and your job will be to update some document, okay. Literally, as a business analyst, what you will be performing, that I will be asking you to do in a tiny project. Why it will become tiny? Do you know why it will become small project? Because there will not be any development effort, there will not be any coding effort, there will not be any, there will be not any uh, architectural effort or testing effort. So pure and pure business analysis effort, and that's the reason it is going to be faster for you. That is when it is going to be easy for you. Okay, with me so far, what I am going to ask you to do, and when I am
Yes.
going to give you this document to develop, I will be going to give you this document to develop. I wanted to start giving you today itself, but I see that many of participants have dropped. I think 5 or 6 people have dropped. I don't know why, but yeah. And generally they drop, I get a message at backend, okay, they have knowing that they have dropped. Okay, never mind. BRD document I have explained you just while ago. Okay, and the 7 components of BRDs are this: executive summary, and that I have mentioned again. Okay, cost benefit analysis and all. What else? Functional requirement document, that I think I have mentioned you, and I will be giving you the all these document template also. In case you don't find any template, what you are going to do? To know, you go
Search
ahead to Google.
Search it on the internet.
And yeah, search. Why you need to search on internet? Because ultimately when you go to any organization, they have their own set of document, okay, they give it to you. But in case they don't give it to you, you need to know the minimum guideline that you can follow, okay. And from here you can follow, there you will find generally some document, but I'm also going to provide you some document, okay. So this is FRS, Functional Requirement Specification Document, also known as FSD, that is Functional Specification Document. Okay. Then System Requirement Document or system. So here you get more help of solution architect or technical architect. They will help you to develop this document because their contribution will be much into that. If you remember, in the earlier document, I was saying who is the first creator, first approval. Do you remember that portion in the requirement document, requirement management document?
Yes.
Approved by, and so there will be the multiple people. One document will be created by multiple people and everyone's name goes inside that. Okay. Who are real first contributor, not the one who is assisting to the development of the document. Okay. And then comes this document that will be created by testers. As a business analyst, you can expect that they have maintained for every test case, they have maintained the identification number. Okay, because you are going to give feedback to them, to testers, that and where do you find some flaw. Okay, with me so far, why test case ID is necessary,
Yeah,
and that you need to know.
Yeah. To give.
Absolutely, absolutely, you are right. Okay, so this is one thing. So you need to know about these documents. So I have already wireframe mockups. Remind me if I don't provide you, mockup video. So kindly remind me. So this is all about it. So I think pretty much I have covered a lot. And why next session will be necessary for you, because I'll be sharing some domain knowledge with you in the next session, be it related to banking, insurance, healthcare, payment, or something like that. All right. Word that what you feel like saying, Savita, I want to hear from you. If you have paid attention, you can definitely go ahead and share with me.
Oh, yeah. Like today, I felt it was like a lot of information, many new concepts. So I want to go again the video.
Yes.
Like I want to reinforce my knowledge on.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you so much, Savita, for sharing that. Let's hear from Janitun. Janitun, what do you feel like saying apart from it being information overload today? Yeah, Charity.
Yeah, that's the thing. I need to repeat the class again.
Okay, yeah, that's that I agree. So thank you so much for sharing. Let's hear from Lubna. Lubna, I know that I think you are repeating this particular session. In case yes, what do you feel like saying? And then we'll move to Veena. I think Lubna is not available. So Lubna, I think you were still yesterday also not there. So I sometimes wonder because it is
Yes,
night
sir, I
at
was not there on the last at the last class.
okay, okay. So no problem. So please go through the recording then, and then you will be able to connect back. Let's hear from Veena. Veena, what do you feel like saying?
It was an interesting session, sir. A lot of information about all the elements that goes into the documents and um, all the required documents needed.
Yeah,
So
yes, and
yeah,
I'll be sharing the
it's
documents.
yes, sir. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you. Yeah. Let's hear from Swati. What do you feel like saying?
Hi, sir. So a lot of new terms we have learned today, and also, yeah, I had to repeat the video again, and it's quite interesting to learn new things. Also, when we are trying by ourselves, it's so much effort actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So it is
Yeah.
very necessary. Now, thank you so much for sharing this, Swati. So remember, when I'm taking the sharing, you may come up with something which I need to explain, and that's the reason I generally ask. So what happens when you start by doing by your own self, you will never start if you're thinking and you're not acting, because
Yes.
you will see for the solution in the head first. And the moment you don't let the pen touch to the paper, things will not move. And for that you need to start doing the activity, and you will in the process will continue to explore it. Okay, so thank you so much for your sharing. Let's hear from Swati. Swati, did you share? Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so let's hear from Aruna. We'll move to Ritesh then. Aruna, what do you feel like saying? Aruna, if you were there. Okay, I think Aruna is not there. We'll come back to you, Aruna. Let's hear from Ritesh, then we'll hear from Ponnu. Ritesh, how did you find it? Were you able to connect, understand, and relate?
It was too fast today, so I guess I'll have to rewatch the videos, especially the FSDs and the other documentations. So maybe we'll do it again, and once you give the small project, that will help clear ideas much further.
Sure. Sure, Ritesh. And guys, yeah, I totally agree. It was a little fast today. And in case while doing the right activity of project, you realize that you need to go through something one more time, then ask me, okay? Please repeat this for me. So thank you so much, Ritesh, for sharing that. Let's hear from Ponu. So Ponu, what do you feel like saying? And then we'll move to Reshma. Yeah, Ponu.
Lots of information, sir. I will go through the video and I will prepare for the summarization.
Thank you
Then
so
only
much.
it will remember in my mind.
Yes, thank you so much. And I'm glad that you are committing in front of me that you are going to rewatch this explanation. Yeah, Rishma, I know that is your just few days, but how did you feel today? Yeah.
This is the second session, sir, except, I mean, I did attend the Excel program though.
Okay.
These diagrams, I found it very interesting. The work diagram, the ER diagram, and how visual, interface, UI interface, and work, everything. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot, yeah. But these parts were, I found it pretty easy to, get a hang of it. Documents part, I will have to go through again, sir. So I will rewatch the video. And like you said, sir, I totally agree. I didn't share with you all, with my classmates and you, sir, that my background is actually I'm an author. So literature is my forte. So unless you put your pen on the paper, you can never start. So I know that as a writer, because until you start thinking, okay, let I get my vocabulary right before I start writing, or let me get the whole plot or the story ready before I start writing, I will never write. So I need to put my pen down, or else I won't be able to write. So yes, sir, with that positive note, I'm going to jump in. So thank you so much.
I'm happy that you just helped me to, emphasize what I said. So clap for you. So thank you so much, sharing that, Rachna. Let's hear from Sangeeta. So Sangeeta, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, today's the diagram and the presentation was really had very valuable content there, but I found it a little bit challenging to understand.
Okay, so ask me, what did you not understand? And this is very good thing. to have. The moment you don't understand something, you wonder to ask the right question, and the moment you ask the right question, you get it. So now the challenge is here, whether you are able to ask the right question or not. Okay, so there is the hack, there is the clue. Okay, so I gave you the clue. What you did not understand, please ask the right question to me, and I am sure you are going to get it easy. And trust me, guys,
definitely.
all of you, what you learned is super duper really easy. The moment you just put it into the little slower mode. So generally you listen to it in the normal mode. The moment it comes to documentation phase, I know I really paced it up, put it into 0.75 mode, and then listen. You will find everything going super duper easy. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that.
Hi, Gaurav sir. Sorry,
Yes,
sir.
Aruna, what's coming back to you?
Sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I went to get some water, so I missed you calling my name. So
No
thank you for
problem.
the session, sir. Today's session was a lot more informative, and it's kind of like the business analyst life cycle kind of thing. So I really enjoyed today's class, sir.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aruna. Glad to know about it. So let's hear from Uma, and then we'll move to Supriya. Uma, what do you feel like saying about designs and models and documents? Yes, Uma, over to you. Uma, I think either you are speaking on mute or you are not there in the seat. No problem. Let's hear from Supriya, and then we'll move to Amit. Supriya, what do you feel like saying?
I'm definitely gonna rewatch the video again. But other than that, I was definitely able to connect and understand to the topic. But I'm still more excited to work on the project that you were mentioning about.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Supriya, for sharing that. I'm glad that you guys are able to connect, and to grab it in depth, you need to go through the recording. So yes, Amit, over to you. What do you feel like saying?
Yeah, yesterday's and today's session was a lot of information, lots of research that kind of we need to do on our own. But I'm getting more clarity on what I would need to do as a future business analyst.
Awesome.
So
thank you.
That's absolutely great. But yeah, it's going to require a lot of, I'm going to actually have to do those things to get a hang of it better, right?
Yeah.
Once I do them, I think I'll understand them much better than what I've understood it just by attending the class today.
Yeah, super. Yes, so these are more or less practical part. You need to do that instead of just because those area you will be filling, right? Project scope you might be thinking, and the moment you will do it by your own self, once, twice, thrice, you're mastering it. So I'll be giving you some certain thing. So let's hear from Rachna, then we'll hear from Nitish. Rachna, over to you. What do you feel like saying?
Yeah, so sir, it is like always, good to hear all the explanations, though it is like different, because a business analyst, I don't have any like no friends, no like my siblings or my husband. So, little bit not so easy for me to adapt all the terms, but I'm very much thankful for like as a trainer, you are here to explain everything. So it is, getting easier for me to familiarize with all the concepts, and giving me, positivity to I can do it, I can learn more. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rachna, for sharing that. Yes, definitely it is easy. Only lingo you need to remember, that you will be able to anyway remember when you will also be doing, my dear friends, stand up. I will make sure that you do the stand up as well. How we will get to know about it very, very soon. And let's hear from Nitish. Nitish, what do you feel like saying?
Yes, it is complex subject, and I didn't find any problem in the Scrum study when we were doing that. But I'm facing some problem. I understand that it is all practice, and I agree with what Reshma said, that we have to ready with the pen and copy to note down what exactly terminology is. So definitely, I'm working on it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So whenever you feel little scared, oh, is it complex? Just whistle it out and you will be more relaxed. Okay, you can do it. Okay, so this is how we are going to do it.
I am disturbing Amit every day for the same thing that I could not
Okay.
understand. We are discussing and we are doing that. Although he's sitting in Canada, I'm sitting in UK.
Wow, I'm glad you guys are doing. I'm not sure whether Amit is glad or not, but I'm glad that you guys are just.
Sir, whether he's glad or not, I don't care. But I will just keep on disturbing him.
Okay, that's
And
sure.
I'm a partner in this, so I'm all open to that.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. Really, I appreciate that. So let's hear from Devi. Last but not the least, I think before Devi, yeah, let's hear from Devi. Then we'll move to Revati the first day. Yeah, Devi, what do you have to say?
No, it's I'm getting there. I'm getting there very slowly. I'm getting there.
Awesome, awesome, Devi. Glad to hear. Revati, it's your day one. How did you feel? What do you feel like saying? I know that you will watch the recording, but designs and model, were you able to connect, understand, and get it or not? So that I'm interested to know from you.
Hey Gaurav, thanks for the opportunities. I really enjoyed this session. It was awesome and a lot of great learning, new concepts, and as well as I can able to connect to the concepts here and there. I can these are the document preparation. All are all new things for me because the BA and business analyst things is a new for me. So I need to learn those concepts, and I can relate to the fishbone diagram and breaking larger piece into smaller piece, like user stories. I can relate to that. User stories are all familiar for me, and yes, the tables, equals, and I really enjoyed the session by recalling all those things. And thanks for the session. And I have a doubt where I can find all the recording sessions. You'll be
Okay,
messaging me?
I'll sharing that with you. I'll be sharing that with you today itself. Okay, you will get inside group itself. Yeah, so just pay attention inside the group and you will get the details over there. All right. So thank you so much, Revati, for sharing that. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I'm super excited to bring the next session in front of you because there is going to be a lot of work and where you will be doing some assignment together. So be prepared and it will follow various domain knowledge and I'm thrilled to bring that for you. So looking forward. So bye-bye, everyone. Talk to you very, very soon. But I will really appreciate if you all can put your summary, whatever you have learned, because that is only going to make you master and expert into the topic. Otherwise, if you're not going to follow certain things, you will be missing out on certain things. And I want you to just gain everything. So this is what I wanted to say at the end. And thank you so much, everyone, for showing up on time and remain till the end. So appreciate that. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care and good night. Have a good night's sleep.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.